So, I'm going to do a little experiment here. Based on what we said, based on common knowledge, we say electricity finds the quickest path to, quickest path to ground, right? So theoretically, if that's true, and I take a wire, a live wire, and stick it in the ground, and I turn the breaker on, what's going to happen?
Nothing.
Well, theoretically, I'm saying if the electricity finds it.
Theoretically, it would true.
Okay. So I'm going to stick. So it just so happens that somebody came in this morning and set this up. Just a wire. That's all it is.
Right there.
Breaker's off, my friend. Yeah, breaker's off. Alright, so I'm going to take this, I'm going to stick it right in the ground. Now what do you guys expect to happen?
Nothing.
How many of you say nothing's going to happen? I need a show of hands. Who says nothing's going to happen? You got to have a vote, because if you say nothing's going to happen, you think breaker's going to trip. Who says nothing's going to happen? Who says nothing's going to happen? Is breaker going to trip? All right, it's like half and half. All right. I'm going to shield my eyes. All right, so we've got breaker on. I've got a 30 amp breaker attached to it. And I've got nothing here. We'll do a little quick check here to see if I've got any current flow. Based on this, I have zero current flow. So nothing, absolutely nothing. Not enough for this to pick up. So definitely not enough for our breaker to trip. Let's turn that back off. Now we're gonna do something else. We're gonna make another little experiment. You guys see this right here? I just drove this by hand. All right, it's about 2 foot in the ground.
Oh, that's not
So it's about 2 foot in the ground right now. If it being 2 foot in the ground, I'm gonna put that wire around it, and then I'm gonna turn the breaker on. Now we're at a ground rod. Now what's gonna happen?
Nothing.
Anybody else want to argue? All right.
Are you about the installation or a spare wire?
It's bare wire. All right. So just be aware, this whole thing's going to be alive. I'm going to take another show of hands. Who says the breaker's going to trip? Rose is saying the breaker's going to trip. You're very brave, Rose. Lamon's saying the breaker's going to trip. Very brave. Very brave. Going against it. We got 2 people saying it's going to trip.
I'm with Rose.
It'll trip. All right.
Ow!
All right, so nothing happened. Breaker's still on. Again, we're saying if we were going to say electricity finds the quickest path to ground, then all of our current would be flowing to the ground right now. We're going to do a quick check here. And I got extra credit. All right, now we're reading some current flow. 0.33 amps. Now here's the extra credit. He wants to tell me what the resistance is between here and our source. What's that? I think you're thinking right, but I think you got your math wrong. But how much you say? How did you get it?
That's what
Okay, no. You got 0.33 amps. What do you need for to get resistance? What you got? 3 items. You got what's Ohm's law? What's Ohm's law? Somebody tell me Ohm's law.
So you know the amperage, you know the voltage, and you get the resistance.
I need a calculator.
Oh, okay, so you got
Yeah.
V times.
You got the V right now. So what's the V? What's the E?
You got 120.
Yeah. All right. What's the other one?
You said 0.33, right?
Yeah. I. It's 0.33. The current is 0.33. Right. So what does that mean?
So you're looking for R, you get V and I.
Right. So E divided by I is equal to what?
R, which is your resistance. 363.63.
That's what our resistance is from there to the source. It's actually going to be off just a little because we're going to get some dissipation from the amperage, but that is a pretty good measurement. If we actually got the expensive equipment and did a test with the ground resistance testing, we would get something close to the what'd you say? 363 ohms, somewhere close to that. And and Jesse was reminding us of the rule earlier. What's the rule? Yeah, how many ohms of ground? 25. So it's 25 ohms of ground or less, or you have to drive a second ground rod. If you look here, I'll go ahead and turn this off. This one actually has 2 ground rods in it.
I want you to touch the ground rod until you turn it out.
Really? You want me to do that? He's got me on video, so that would be really fun. All right, so yeah, so if anybody ever says electricity finds the quickest path to ground, ground's got nothing to do with it. And if you look at your car, we also say ground, then the car is no way grounded. We're actually attaching it to the negative. And that's why we call it, but all we're doing is bonding those together. We're bonding the negative to the frame, and that's what you do with the neutral most times, the center tap neutral out of the transformer, you bond it to all the metal in the building and to the ground to put everything on the same potential, which is a whole other class altogether. All right, so that concludes that. Do you guys have any questions or anything y'all wanted to talk about while I dismantle this?